Good morning, everyone. Rosboundy, psychic medium here, or as psychic medium, doing the Daily Lenormand card spread readings. So what I'm going to do is shift over to the cards promptly, and we'll get the reading started. We've got a beautiful day. Well, it's looking like it outside. Whether the sun shines, who knows? Tune into your guidance as we look at these cards. Here we go. We've got the Owl card. Beautiful. Those who fly solo have the strongest wings. And isn't that the case many times? It goes beyond our comfort zone, but we do manage. We do get there. We have those resources. We just need to dip into them. And more often, probably, than what we do, because then we're going to be stretching those muscles. And here we have the Stag again from Leanne and Deb's set, the Inner Oracle Guidance cards, that deck. So the Stag is letting us know to observe, listen and pay attention. Step back, see the bigger picture. There is more than meets the eye. Sometimes it really does pay to be that witness to self, to what is going on about us in a way that we are stepping back. Okay. Now, this is the Gilded Reverie Lenormand deck, and I'll get going on the reading. Now, what we have in today's spread is the well is in the home space energy. We've got the clover in the workspace. We've got choices in the unexpected, and we have the birch broom and whip. It's actually called the whip as the card, and that's in our role. And we've got the mice again in that central outcome position. So they're having a good time with us. And I have a funny feeling they were only, was it not yesterday? It would have been Friday, because I used the different deck on the weekend, don't I? So, or did we have the mice on the weekend? Oops. I think what I might do is turn that. I don't know what that's doing. Doesn't matter. Good morning, Julia. How are you this morning? Lovely to see you here. I started just that little bit early this morning, only a bit. I do have the volunteering day today in the kitchen. Here we have our well in that home space. So it really is dipping into our resources, like that Stag card, the Stag card, no, the Owl card is suggesting those who fly solo are the strongest wings. Sometimes there is those instances where we need to be dipping into our resources for ourselves and for those around us as well. But really, what we are doing is looking at it for what our guidance is for our individual self in the morning. So that's how I'll be explaining most of them anyway. Good morning, Sarah. Lovely to have you here this morning. And I'm waiting for that to scroll up because I like the clover. You've got that beautiful good luck charm there. There we go. Now it's on the screen. So that's lovely. Thank you. And so sometimes, there is a bit of work involved at times in dipping into those resources. We are going to be tapping into some of that deeper stuff because a well can be deep. We're going to be moving that arm ourselves, dropping that bucket in and bringing it up full. So bring that intention of having everything, what you're needing to have come out into the sunshine today, being brought up to be used, to be shown to the world, to be shared with others in whatever way it can be in our home space. So whether that's going to mean that you do need to just pull on that extra energy even to be able to get through just that one more thing today, and it's something that you're going to, and that you are bringing up from that deep well. That you're going to be really feeling, yes, you might have a little bit of tiredness and that at the end of the day. It is the start of another work week, isn't it? After for some of us, it has been a lovely weekend. For myself, it was. I enjoyed the grandchildren and my daughter visiting, and yeah, it was a lovely weekend. So here we have that dipping into the resources. As you can guess, I'm pooped after that sort of weekend. And so I'll be dipping into the resources. So I dare say there is a little tinge of what my aspect is in the day as we read these cards. Good morning, Kat. Lovely to see you. And we've got Karen here as well, and Tarika. Wonderful to see you here. So, hi, everyone. So as we are, putting a little bit of extra and pulling a little bit of extra out, what we're doing is moving into that workspace that, oh, thank goodness, there's some good luck coming for that. So you can actually rest assured that your day will move through. Look, it's not saying that it's going to move through smoothly and easily, but it is saying that there's going to be some great luck in that componentry of how you're working, how you're moving in your day with your work mode and what you're doing. So certainly trust in what is that positive good luck energy as you're coming into, as you're driving to work, as you're doing your work, as you're coming home from your day. So that's for those who work away from home. So I'm just looking. You know how the little puffball things? They just as a kid, I'm just feeling how exciting it was to see them floating away to be their potential because it's what they are, and so we're going to have that good luck in our potential through the day as well. Bringing that choices card in unexpectedly, so it's just going to mean that there is going to be some choices through the day that you need to make. Um, Pretty much making those decisions fairly quickly. So step into it trusting what you know behind the scenes of why you're making those choices, and standing back almost like that witness, like the stag is suggesting to us. So um, stand back, decide, and then move on it. It is that action. You've got to decide at that point at the top of the stairs which way, one or the other. So you're certainly going to be tapping into that as part of your day as well in that unexpected mode. So be ready for it. Here we've got our birch whip and broom. It's that cleaning some of the stuff out that we might think we know. That's what I'm feeling around it. Sometimes we can be over zealous in insisting that what we know is it, and no moving from that. But I think some of those old patterns that we have as our own habits, we need to be cleaning out. That's what I'm feeling with this birch broom. Sweep it away. Uh, get ourselves moving into that forward motion of discovering new ways and of being really, and that's part of our learning pathway. That is our role in how we're living, what we're doing in how we're living and interacting with other people. So because we are in relationship with others, regardless of whether we think we're a solo hermit or whether we really are moving in and amongst crowds of people at times, or many people in the way that we do work and live. Uh, Sorry about that. So I feel, there is going to be that crack in the whip moment through the day to day where, pull yourself up. There could be someone else around you that you need to actually speak to. And, your role is to be that crack in the whip and getting them moving into whatever needs to be done, whether that's work or whether it's home. Okay. So now we're coming to what is our mouse energy, useful, using resources wherever they find them. So I'm feeling that that's probably something that we will be able to acknowledge by the end of the day, that what we've been doing has been making use of those resources around us as best we can. We're going to have that good luck component, yes, but we're dipping into what is the resources of that deep well too throughout our day, personally. And within the home as well, it could be that we just have to make do. And it flipped through my mind, when you're making something for your tea or dinner, for some that use dinner as their evening meal, that type of thing, that that key ingredient isn't there, and you've got to dip into something else to make to do it differently, and it can be the best. And I must remember to try that again, that type of thing. So I think with the mice there, it's reminding us that those resources that we are accessing, Look, sometimes it might be that it's robbing Peter to pay Paul type of thing within your own pantry of life, so to speak. So, but certainly make sure that it's not others' resources or energy or whatever that you're nicking, so to speak. I think that we really do need to be growing and using our own resources. And if it's something that we're needing to use of others, it's to ask. It's not to just go in and nick it without that permission type of thing. So I think once you've got to that end of the day where you are reflecting on what is the outcome, what's been my progress today, just tap into that energy of, gee, was I doing the right things, and that type of thing. It's just that awareness. Um, I think in many ways, even though we don't try to, we do have those moments where we manipulate others so that we can get our own desires and wants met. Um, is it something that we need or is it something we just want? And how are we going about getting it? Has it been ethical, authentic, true to my heart? That type of thing that we can actually, each time we're moving into action around something, making a decision for ourselves, and sometimes we do make them for others without permission, etc. We really do need to be mindful of that position that we're taking in the steps of moving that forward. You know, all actions do have consequences, and I'm sort of thinking along that line with how, um, growing our own selves on our pathway is what we're here for, but it's also being mindful of those others who we're interconnecting with along that journey as well. And I think why stag comes into it is as that observance, listening, paying attention to what is happening in that bigger picture. Okay, so I just need to reread what the key words were for stag. Lovely to have you here and sharing your time with me. And I'm so happy to continue to share my time with you doing these daily card spreads. So, oh, good morning to you, Donna. Lovely to see you here too. And Shaz, good morning. I'm just on the end of it, so you may have to go back and watch the start of the replay and watch the replay. So it's only 10 minutes worth. Thanks, Sarah. Thank you, everyone, for being here. And I'll sign out for the day today, and I'll see you tomorrow around the 8 o'clock in the morning as well. Again, and that is Australian Central Standard Time, Adelaide time, whatever. So wherever you are in the world, have a blessed day, evening, night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.